Every single morning, millions of Americans open their kitchen cabinets, grab a plastic bottle, and swallow a synthetic cocktail of coal tar derivatives, heavy metal residues, and artificial dyes, all while believing they are taking a simple daily health boost. Dietary supplements represent a multi-billion-dollar industry in North America, yet the regulatory reality behind these brightly colored gummies and daily multi-capsules is drastically different from what most consumers assume. Unlike prescription pharmaceuticals, dietary supplements do not require federal safety testing or proof of efficacy before hitting store shelves, leaving room for formulations that rely heavily on low-grade industrial fillers, cheap synthetic isolate compounds, and aggressive marketing rather than pure, bioavailable nutrition. When you walk down the supplement aisle in a major supermarket, those glossy labels promising immune support and radiant energy are operating under a regulatory loophole that frustrates public health experts. Where are you watching from in the United States, by the way? Drop your state in the comments. Whether you are tuning in from Ohio, Florida, California, Texas, Georgia, or New York. And how old are you? Tell me in the comments, because understanding how different age groups navigate everyday wellness choices helps us track what products end up in American pantries. Understanding the regulatory landscape helps explain why so many problematic formulations exist in plain sight on supermarket shelves. The Food and Drug Administration regulates dietary supplements under a totally different set of standards than C1V and TONAL human food or prescription drugs. Under federal guidelines, manufacturers are primarily responsible for evaluating the safety and truthfulness of their own product claims before marketing them to the public, unless a supplement is proved to cause direct, tangible harm after it enters the commercial market. Federal authorities generally do not intervene, leaving consumer watchdogs and independent analytical laboratories to discover ingredient discrepancies long after products have been sold to unsuspecting families. Starting our look at formulations that fail to deliver. The first major red flag involves mass-market daily multivitamins that utilize cheap synthetic, isolated nutrients, like oxide forms of minerals. Independent testing on budget multivitamins often reveals zinc oxide and magnesium oxide as primary ingredients, forms that feature extremely poor biological absorption rates in the human digestive system. Consumers taking these products are largely paying for compounds that pass right through their bodies unabsorbed, while also swallowing unwanted anti-caking agents, synthetic flow agents like magnesium stearate, and petroleum-derived artificial colorings, designed purely to give the tablets a uniform, market-ready appearance. Moving to the second category of vitamins to avoid, cheap vitamin D3 supplements, formulated with highly processed seed oils like soybean oil or corn oil present significant quality concerns. Vitamin D is fat-soluble and requires a fatty carrier for maximum intestinal absorption. But budget manufacturers often use heavily refined, low-grade oils prone to oxidation during prolonged shelf storage. When those fragile omega-6 carrier oils oxidize inside a clear plastic bottle exposed to fluorescent store lighting, they can introduce rancid lipids right alongside the target vitamin, completely undermining the original health goal of the supplement. The third problematic brand category involves popular gummy vitamins aimed at both adults and children, which frequently swap meaningful nutritional value for heavy doses of added sugar and corn syrup. To make synthetic vitamins taste like candy, manufacturers coat these chewable products in sugar crystals, artificial flavors, and gelatin, while exposing the delicate micronutrients to high heat during the manufacturing process. Independent laboratory analysis of various gummy lines routinely reveals massive inconsistencies in potency, with some samples degrading rapidly on store shelves while others are over-fortified by producers trying to compensate for nutrient degradation over time. Fourth on the warning list are bargain tier B-complex formulations that feature cyanocobalamin, a synthetic, low-cost form of vitamin B12 that contains a cyanide molecule bound to cobalt. While the amount of cyanide is microscopically small and recognized as safe for general consumption, the human body must expend metabolic energy to Sever that chemical bond and convert the molecule into methylcobalamin before your cells can actually utilize it. Higher quality formulations skip this industrial shortcut entirely by offering pre-methylated B vitamins that your liver and nervous system can recognize and absorb immediately, without requiring extra chemical processing steps. The fifth group of concern covers synthetic vitamin E supplements labeled under the chemical name dialpha-tocopherol, where the small dl prefix indicates a completely lab-synthesized petroleum compound. Natural vitamin E, marked as dialpha-tocopherol on clear ingredient lists, possesses a specific molecular shape that human liver proteins recognize and transport far more efficiently. Synthetic iterations, by contrast, only contain a fraction of the biological activity found in natural sources, meaning consumers who purchase these artificial formulations are getting a far less effective product despite paying full price at the checkout counter. Sixth on our list are inexpensive calcium supplements derived from calcium carbonate, which is essentially pulverized limestone or chalk. While calcium carbonate is extraordinarily cheap to harvest and bottle, it requires immense amounts of stomach acid to break down properly, often leading to digestive discomfort, gas, and bloating in regular users. Furthermore, without the presence of vital cofactors like vitamin K to direct calcium into bone tissue, taking isolated calcium carbonate can lead to unwanted accumulation in soft tissues, making this particular form one of the least desirable choices for long-term daily supplementation. The seventh formulation type to bypass involves an standardized herbal extract blends hidden behind proprietary label verbiage. When a label lists a proprietary blend, the manufacturer is legally permitted to group multiple ingredients together under one total weight measurement, obscuring the precise milligram amount of each individual plant extract. This practice frequently allows brands to use microscopic dustings of expensive, beneficial botanicals alongside massive amounts of cheap bulk fillers, like maltodextrin or microcrystalline cellulose, preventing the beer from knowing if they are receiving a clinically relevant dose. Eighth on the list of products to avoid are ultra-cheap vitamin C tablets made exclusively from isolated ascorbic acid derived from genetically modified cornstarch. While ascorbic acid is the chemical outer shell of vitamin C, real food-derived vitamin C exists in nature alongside complex bioflavonoids, rutin, and enzymes that aid in its utilization within human tissue. Swallowing high doses of pure, isolated, highly acidic synthetic powder can irritate sensitive stomach linings while failing to provide the full spectrum of natural cofactors found in real fruit and plant extracts. Fortunately, safe and authentic alternatives do exist for consumers who know how to read beyond the marketing fluff. The ninth type, and our first safe recommendation, includes third-party certified, whole food-derived multivitamins, carrying seals from independent testing organizations like USP, NSF International, or Consumer Lab. These independent bodies rigorously audit manufacturing facilities and verify that what is written on the product label actually matches the contents inside the bottle, ensuring freedom from heavy metal contaminants, undisclosed pesticides, or hidden microbial growth while using gentle food source nutrients. The 10th category and second safe option features targeted, liposomal or methylated formulations packed in dark glass amber bottles with clean fat bases like extra virgin olive oil or coconut MCT oil. Looking for methylated folate instead of synthetic folic acid, along with chelated minerals like magnesium glycinate, guarantees that your body can easily assimilate the ingredients without digestive distress or complex metabolic conversions. Taking the time to flip the bottle around and scrutinize the small print ingredient panel is the absolute best way to ensure your family gets clean, effective nutritional support. Choosing the right supplements comes down to asking better questions at the retail shelf rather than falling for bright colors and unsubstantiated health claims. Which vitamin brand or multi-bottle is sitting on your counter right now? Let us know down in the comments below, and consider hitting the like button and sharing this video with friends or family members who care about what goes into their bodies. Understanding ingredient sourcing transforms us all into smarter shoppers. helping us invest in genuine health rather than synthetic fillers.